Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to Sondering Tarot. If you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. This is your daily tarot reading for the 18th of August, 2024. Deck will be used in the listing description box down below. Anyway, let us get started. Alright, my lovelies, I have all your cards on the table. We have a 1 ace, 11 major arcana, which is quite a lot. We also have one synchronicity of 10, 10, 10 showing up for you that I noticed. So let's go ahead and get started in the best part of your day. We start off with the Knight of Wands, the Page of Cups in the reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords, the Tower reversed, the Empath reversed, which is an additional card in this particular deck, the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, the Three of Wands, and we end on the Empress. This is actually kind of nice. You're really asked to move forward despite any misgivings or uncomfortableness that you have when it pertains to a particular idea that you've had. Why? Because the time is now. And this is an idea that you don't really need to alter so much. So if you've had something on the back burner, maybe things recently that you've done all the research, all the back planning, all the strategizing, and you're like, okay, we're just going to leave this nice little package over here, and when it's time to move, we'll just, bring it out, we'll go ahead and we'll do it. That's actually probably the idea, the focal point of the day. The time is now. So despite any inklings you might have that now is not the time, it is. It really is. It's time to move forward with this. Very much so. Let go of the apprehension. That's really the main point, is you're probably going to talk yourself out of this. Or second guess yourself. Let's put it that way. Second guess yourself. You probably don't think now is a good opportunity. Now is not the perfect time for this. It's not complete. I still have to sit there and mess with it. No. If you've got something that's actually ready to go, this is where we take that idea, we run with it. We run with it. We expand on it. We start creating with it. We actually get it up off the ground. So something of yours is not just primed or half-assed idea. No, you've got something that is literally ready for you to implement. And you got to find what that is. A lot of us have different ideas, a lot of hopes and dreams, and they're usually in various stages at any given point. But there is one particular one for most of the collective that you're being asked to start to implement. Get it off the ground. Yes, I know it's still Mercury retrograde. Now, just because it's Mercury retrograde does not mean that you can't do anything. It just means communication is really bad. You have to, dot your I's, cross your T's, look at all the fine details, check and double check everything. It's not that you can't start. It just means that you have to make sure everything is correct when you do. Why? Because you might have things fail rather easily. And this may be where your misgiving is, oh, it's Mercury retrograde, I can't do that. It'll all go bad. Okay. Which brings us to the worst part of our day. We have the Two of Cups in the reverse. And the Nine of Cups in the reverse. You might find it really, really difficult to separate yourself from failures, mishaps, misgivings, You know, the worst case scenario. Let's put it that way. And part of that might be the influence of Mercury retrograde. You're like, no, anything I start will turn to crap. So I'm not going to do that. No. Just because it's Mercury retrograde doesn't mean you can't do anything. So you kind of have to let go of that kind of energy, that kind of thought, and understand that, no, if you're meant to do something and the time is right for you to do something, it's best for you to do it at that time, regardless of what other things are going on, whether it's Mercury retrograde, whether it's a, you know, an eclipse of some sort, or a bad astrological placement. If it's the time, it's the time. So hopefully you guys will realize what that idea is, what it is you need to implement, what you need to get off the ground, and actually be progressive enough to go ahead and not let things like Mercury retrograde stop you, and go ahead and move forward with it. Now, our obstacle, or how to get over our obstacle, we have the Two of Pentacles, the King of Cups in the reverse, the Lovers, the Ten of Cups in the reverse, Judgment, the Hangman in the reverse, the Eight of Pentacles, Temperance in the reverse, Death, the Six of Cups, also in the reverse, the Emperor, the Star in the reverse, the Nine of Wands in the reverse. And hopefully you can see that one. That one's a little dark. And the King of Wands. And this is kind of what I've been talking about so far. It's a choice, very much so, of what you connect to, what you choose to do, especially if you perceive something going wrong or not the right time, or you just get a bad feeling about it. This is what you're being asked to look at is, okay, when it comes to connecting with getting this idea off the ground, to actually starting on it, are you going to realize that you just need to work on your perspective about it, because that's what's holding you back? I mean, if you get the idea that that's exactly what the issue is, any misgivings, anything that's throwing you out of alignment, anything that's stopping you from creating that, you automatically change that. So the only one that can stop you is you. If you choose not to move forward because you think it will fail, well, guess what? It will. If you look at your choices and you're still apprehensive and you realize, oh, you know what? We can probably still work with this. We can probably still go ahead with it. I'm not most comfortable with it. I'm going to do better on that. I'm going to work extra hard to make sure this does go through. And you start pushing those doubts, those fears, that apprehension to the back burner. You start to leave it more in the past. That's the change you start to see. And it's all because you decided to exert your will of, okay, I can get this done. I can move forward. Yeah, we're going to move forward. Now, does that mean that all of your apprehension or misgivings go away entirely? No. But it's not enough to stop you. Instead, you move forward. You move to the forefront and you basically say, hey, I'm the one who gets to decide whether or not I succeed or fail. I will give this a try. I need to give this a try. We're going to go ahead and go forward with it. And unfortunately, things become cloudy during Mercury retrograde. There's a reason why you have that lack of clarity. You have that high probability that you're questioning the outcome. And it's because communication is interrupted. Things usually stagnate or slow way down. Granted, that's for a reason, and it usually is for you to examine things and realize things. In this case, it might literally be you realizing that you need to not project outcomes, that you need to not worry so much about everything being perfect and lined up and an automatic guaranteed outcome before you move. Sometimes it's more of the, hey, if you want something bad enough, can you go out there and create it? If something throws you a curveball, can you adapt enough to and still want it enough to get it done? Because if we wanted something and it had to be basically on a silver platter and handed to us, all we had to do was take the first step forward and it would be automatically given to us in a nice, neat box with a ribbon on a silver platter. Everyone would do it. It'd be easy. But as soon as you take that nice wrapped up gift on a silver platter away, a lot of people would be like, no, I ain't doing nothing. Because it's not guaranteed. But to be able to move forward and create that on your own and still get the same outcome ties into these two cards. Having enough willpower, having enough authority, having enough sovereignty over yourself to create what you desire, to have enough control over obstacles and the way you move and how you move, how much energy you exert. This is how you become the magician. This is how you become the alchemist. It's not you just being handed something and always being offered something from the universe. It's you standing in your power and having enough willpower and fortitude to go get it, to go create it, to be willing to put in the effort. And setbacks won't matter so much. Why? Because when you have a setback, you're like, oh, okay. We'll just switch gears and we'll go do this. And we'll make it happen this way. In this case, something is pretty well thought out from the energy I'm getting. All you have to do is start implementing it. So, doubting yourself or thinking Mercury retrograde is going to interfere is literally you getting in your own way. You are stopping yourself. This is the time for you to not stop yourself. Instead, it's time for you to go, oh, okay, well, I can do that. That'll be no problem. We'll work with what we got. And if things start to head south, well, we can fix that too. It's kind of that inner confidence and self-assurance that maybe you are needing. All right, my lovelies, we're going to toggle over to your numerology. Believe it or not, there's quite a few cards here. I did add them up. Everything here adds up to 206, which often reduces to 8. 8 is power and strength. So yeah, it's under your power completely, whether or not you move forward with this. You're the one who, Two of Pentacles, literally gets to decide. What do you connect with? The Lover's card. We see it here on the table. It's all up to you. Do you want to do this? Do you not want to do this? Now's the time to do it, but you still have to be willing to follow through. And that's what we've been dancing around here, is your ability to take the first step forward and follow through and keep on going, regardless of whether or not you feel something is guaranteed. All right. And for those of you that do like the astrology, let me pull it up here. Mercury in Leo squares Uranus in Taurus. So mental focus is lacking. Mercury retrograde, remember. You have difficulty with communication as well. Give your mind a break. Hold important conversations for another day. The Sun in Leo also conjuncts Mercury in Leo. It's a good time to take one of your ideas or plans and take action with it. Get started now and work on it for the next 2 months. That's exactly what we're talking about. It shows up as this lovely Ace of Swords. Taking one of your ideas, something that you've had planned out for quite some time, it is ready to implement now, if you're brave enough to do it. All right, my lovelies, I'm going to stop babbling. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. If it resonates for you, by all means, give me a thumbs up. If it doesn't, don't worry. It's a general reading. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.